Hello and welcome to my channel. Today, I will share my experiences about open internet in Indonesia. Currently, if you live in Indonesia, there is a lot of open internet services you can use such as Warnet, but currently RTRWNet is the newest method to implement. What is actually open internet? According to Technopedia.com, open internet is a fundamental network neutrality concept in which information across the World Wide Web is equally free and available without variables that depend on the financial motives of ISP. So, you guys got it? In the simple way to explain is, open internet allow us to build our own internet services in very limited area. We can also make it more cheaper, so everybody can enjoy fast internet connection without worry about paying high services again. Open internet will boost economy in our own community in those limited area, because peoples can use internet access for communication, school, business, and a lot of things. In 2020, Indonesia received John Postal Service Award through Mr. Ano W. Purbo, because in my country open internet is massively implementing. In facts, there is a lot of open internet enthusiasm like I do. You can check in Facebook group page name, RTRWNet Indonesia, there is more 60k peoples interesting in this topic. It means more people want to learn and implement open internet for the good of my country Indonesia. A lot of open internet operators in Indonesia doesn't under company control, they doing it individually or in small groups. Let's start with pros and cons about open internet that implement in Indonesia. Let's start with the cons. First cons, a lot of open internet operator in Indonesia operate illegally using broadband lines. According to local ISP's policy in here, you basically can't reshare your bandwidth to another person's except yourself. But of course, you can reshare your bandwidth if you are using dedicated lines instead using broadband lines. The problem is a lot of open internet operator here in Indonesia can't afford to pay monthly bill from dedicated lines to starting open internet for the first time. That's why they're using broadband lines because it's cheaper. Second cons, you can only operating in very limited areas such as 1 kilometer radius for rural area. But yeah, you can expand more than that if you live in very remote area and there is no ISP around you. Third cons, ISP doesn't like the concept of the open internet. A few cases in Indonesia, where open internet enthusiasm getting caught and even jailed by the police because they tend to violate the current telecommunication laws by not having ISP license to operate legally. Next, I'll share the pros about open internet implementations in Indonesia based on my experiences. First pros, you can help boost your own neighborhood's economy by building open internet. It's very likely to happens, because everybody right now need fast internet connections to do a lot of things. Second pros, cheap to build. In Indonesia, the total price to build the basic open internet network is very cheap, you probably just need $100 to start with. Third pros, simple to use. Instead come to the ISP, neighbor choose to come to you because they know you better, it's simple and client friendly. By that a lot of people's lazy to deal with ISP's policy that complex and sometimes harm the users. Fourth pros, cheap for users. Open internet basically reshare your bandwidth and pool the money together with your own neighbor to pay those ISP's bill. So that, it's cheaper. Fifth pros, network devices are free to trade on the marketplace. You can easily find network devices that are used by ISP nowadays, such as fiber optic cable, switch, router board, etc. Sixth pros, having a lot of family members that fight together to make open internet a things. A lot of RTRWNet members want to change regulations around telecommunication laws in Indonesia turn around and support open internet implementations. Open internet enthusiasm want to make internet connection as cheap as possible or even free for everyone in this world. Are you wonder, can I do it by myself? Yes, of course. But how? Perhaps in the future, I will show you a little tour to my open internet network. Please comment about it if you interesting. Support me by donating Dogecoin to this wallet or you can check the support options in the description. You actually arrived at the end of the video. I hope video like this make a lot of difference especially for so many peoples in the remote area also more deserve fast internet too with a cheaper price. If you enjoy this content, please drop a like and also subscribe. Any questions? Please comment down below. See you later.